Welcome to the Daily Vibecasting. All right, get ready because we are diving deep into the X feed today. We're bringing you the absolute hottest stuff buzzing right now.
Yeah, tech, business, sports, maybe some weird internet culture
Oh,
too.
exactly. If it's trending, we're on it. Let's jump in.
Let's do it. It's moving fast out there.
Okay, first up, some business news. At Tesla just announced a new board member.
Yeah, Jack Hartung,
Yeah.
starting June 1st next year, 2025.
And this guy, he's not just anyone, right? He was at Chipotle, president, chief strategy officer, helped them grow.
Exactly. And what's really key, I think, is his financial background. He was like CFO of the year in the restaurant world.
Ah, okay, so maybe Tesla's looking for some serious financial leadership as they keep expanding.
Could be. Bolstering the financial side makes sense.
All right. Okay, now speaking of, performance and competition, let's hit the AI scene. At Scaling 001, drop some stats.
OpenAI's Codex won. Apparently, it's doing really well on a benchmark called SWE-Bench Verified. Well, the post said 72.1% accuracy. That actually beats Sonnet 3.7, thinking on this specific test.
Okay, and what does SW-Bench actually test? Is it
Yeah, it tests how well AI can handle real coding problems.
Yeah.
Like actual issues taken from GitHub repositories. So
Yeah.
72% is, pretty solid.
And there was another number, pass rate?
Oh, right. The pass at 8 rate, 83.86%. Basically means if it tries 8 times, it gets the solution right almost 84% of the time.
Interesting. Okay, let's shift gears a bit, more philosophical. At Chamath had a thought on being a high-functioning adult.
Yeah, I saw that one. His point was it's about setting priorities, like real hierarchies, and then actually making the tough choices, the trade-offs.
That feels very venture capitalist, fits his background.
Definitely. It's all about focus and resource allocation, whether it's investing or just, living effectively.
Makes sense. But then almost immediately you see this other take from at @ItterIntellectus. A bit more cynical, maybe.
Haha. Yeah, the coding is over. Tweet something like pivot to something else. Enrique.
Right. Definitely captures some of that developer anxiety about AI taking jobs. He mentioned void memes, too.
Yeah, sort of the dark humor kicking in, I guess. A way to cope with the uncertainty.
But hang on, the replies kind of pushed back, didn't they? Saying it might not be over, but just different.
Exactly. That's the counterpoint. Maybe it's less about replacement and more about, coders working with these AI tools. Augmentation, not elimination.
Right. Changing the job, not killing it entirely. Okay, hold on for this next one. This is a big claim.
Oh,
At Adcock, Brett, he's linked to Figure AI, the robotics company.
okay.
He predicted the humanoid robotics market will be 100 times bigger than Apple.
Wow. Okay, 100x Apple. That's astronomical,
Yeah.
considering Apple's size.
I know. He's obviously super bullish on robotics this decade. Said it'll feel like we jumped 50 years ahead.
Well, coming from someone in the industry, that's definitely a statement. Massive optimism there.
Totally. Okay, let's switch it up completely. Sports time at SportsCenter was buzzing about the Knicks.
Oh, yeah, the Celtics game. Huge win to the Knicks.
Huge how?
Like record-breaking huge. Their biggest playoff win ever against the Celtics. Broke a 55-year-old record, apparently.
No way. What was the score?
119 to 81. Total domination. This was Game 6 of the 2025 playoffs.
Jeez. Though they did mention Tatum might have been injured for the Celtics.
Yeah, there was some talk about that. Still, even with that context, it's a massive margin of victory.
Definitely a big night for Knicks fans. Okay, back to AI for a sec. News from @Legitopy. OpenAI's got coding agents coming.
Seems like it. An entry point, they said, within ChatGPT, but maybe a separate tool.
Interesting. What kind of tasks?
The focus seems to be on things like asynchronous coding, fixing bugs, even drafting pull requests, developer workflow stuff.
So a dedicated helper for coders. Got it. Now, this next one could be controversial. @Libsoft TikTok reporting on Verizon.
The report is that Verizon is ending all its DEI programs, diversity, equity, inclusion.
And the reason given in the post.
According to the Post, Verizon apparently admitted the policies themselves are discriminatory.
Okay. Important to note, that's what the post is reporting. Could have big ripples if true.
Definitely a significant development to watch in the corporate world.
Right. Okay, back to AI testing. Ascarano actually used Codex and seemed pretty impressed.
Yeah. What did he like about it?
He mentioned being surprised by how well it, understood the code.
Yeah.
And could even simulate its behavior.
That's pretty cool. Shows a deeper level of reasoning about code, not just pattern matching.
But he did raise a potential issue, didn't he? Something about React Native.
Yeah, mentioned a discussion about React Native and hot reloading, suggesting, maybe it's not perfect for every dev setup yet.
Right. Different workflows have different needs. Makes sense.
Exactly. AI tools probably need tailoring for specific environments.
Okay, never a dull moment with Apple and Epic Games. At Mark Berman has an update.
Oh yeah, what now?
Apple's claiming they only asked Epic's Swedish branch to resubmit Fortnite without the US storefront.
Ah, so the argument is it was geographically specific, to avoid messing with other regions.
That seems to be Apple's line. But, the whole antitrust context is still humming in the background.
For sure. That saga is far from over.
And hey, speaking of Codex again, OpenAI is doing an AMA.
Oh, really? The Codex team?
Yep. At OpenAI devs announced it for later today, 11 a.m. Pacific time.
Good timing. Shows they're actively pushing it and want developer feedback.
Definitely. Okay, now some potential drama at Meta, at Calamize, reporting major resignations.
Yeah, this was a bit startling. Said something like 80% of Meta's Llama 4 team resigned.
80%, that's a huge number, if that's accurate.
It is. Raises serious questions about what's going on internally with their AI projects. Chamath Palihapitiya reacted to it too, hinting at possible trouble.
Wow. Something to keep an eye on for sure. All right, shifting gears slightly. Space. At SpaceX had another launch.
Falcon 9, right? Carrying Starlink satellites.
Yep, 26 of them launched from California, just adding to the constellation.
Which is all about getting internet to more remote places, right? Pretty cool application.
Totally. Now, for some platform feature speculation, at CG Doge ran a poll.
Doge designer, what was the poll?
Asking people if they're more hyped for money or dating.
Okay, that definitely feeds into the whole X as the everything app idea.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Payments or dating, what direction are they leaning? Fascinating to watch.
It really is. The platform's evolution is happening right out in the open.
Okay, now a post with a political angle from at Andrew Yang.
Yeah, what did he say?
He shares opinion that Joe Biden was too old to run again and that Democrats should have been able to say that openly.
Right, and we should remember, Biden did eventually withdraw from the 2024 race. Yank's post reflects a sentiment that was definitely out there during that time.
Gotcha. Okay, bringing it back to meme culture for a moment, at DogWhiffCoin responded to Elon Musk.
Oh, Musk commented on the SpaceX launch, right?
Yeah, positively. And at DogWhiffCoin replied with, well, a meme. The dog with the hat, naturally.
Of course. It's that classic internet intersection, isn't it?
Yep.
Crypto meme culture bumping up against tech and Musk's interests.
Perfectly sums it up. Okay, last one. This seems satirical. Maybe. From at Signal.
What's the claim?
That Codex dropped and it's already eliminated all software engineering jobs at 25 companies.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, that sounds a bit hyperbolic.
Right. Seems like taking the AI job anxiety to the extreme for comedic effect.
Definitely. While the conversation about AI's impact is real, that post feels like pure satire. Good reminder to check the source and the tone online.
Absolutely. And wow, that's a wrap on our whirlwind tour. That was your daily vibecasting.
We covered a lot of ground tech breakthroughs, business shifts, sports records, internet chatter.
It's really just a snapshot of what's lighting up X right now. You should definitely jump on, check out these threads, see what you think.
Yeah, form your own opinions.
So much is happening so fast. Thinking about everything we just flew through, what do you think is the biggest trend or the most significant thing we touched on today? Lots to chew on.